Let's take a selfie.
Hi, we should. Whose phone?
Chakam.
Wow.
Yeah, I would have used my phone, but
We don't already Chakam.
yes.
Yeah, we did. Y'all look
Ladies,
as always.
Yeah.
please increase the volume of that.
Why, did you guys plan this without me? Why black and white, black and white?
So,
Well,
I've always said that Kate's obsessed with me.
girl, you cannot even pretend.
I
one day and
cannot
say,
because
oh, this was a coincidence. Every time
no,
somebody is
every
obsessed
single
with
time Kate is obsessed with me,
every
Hold on,
Kate is
hold on.
obsessed with me.
I'm obsessed with both of you. Does that settle the score?
You're such a sweet. You guys sound so cute. Anywho, welcome to Take 3. I'm Kidjo Jane. Now, we had a great conversation yesterday from Davido to box office analysis, but in case you missed the conversation with 001, we've got you covered. As you know, there is never a dull moment in entertainment. From major entertainment headlines to hot conversations, we have got you covered.
I can't wait again. Okay, I am Sam Dandy. Let me introduce myself. But if you see me shining my teeth, it's from yesterday's excitement. So we're still excited, all right? But of course, the Lagos state government has fired back at Ola of Lagos over his controversial car spotting video. Was it just content or did he cross the line? We'll bring you the full story and the reactions, of course.
And while you're rushing to get your jackpot successfully done, a Nigerian woman living in the U.S. says she misses Nigeria so much, even the Agberu.
What?
Now, speaking of abroad, the Tupac murder trial is still making headlines, with the jury hearing that Dwayne Keith Davis was allegedly motivated by revenge. My name is Kate Adetshina. And you know how we do it. Don't hold back on your opinions at all. Send it to the WhatsApp number on your screen and drop your comments on YouTube. Now, let's get things started with E-News. Stay with us.
On entertainment news, the family of veteran Yoruba actor Taiwo Hassan, popularly known as Ogogo, has now debunked the false reports of his death that circulated online, confirming that the actor is alive and currently receiving medical care. Actress Toyosi Adesanya also gave an update, revealing that Ogogo was in the operating theater as part of his ongoing cancer treatment. The conflicting reports had caused concerns among fans, but the latest update from those close to the actor is that he's alive and undergoing treatment, with supporters now sending prayers and well wishes for his recovery. Meanwhile, the MTV Video Music Awards have sparked conversations after the Best Afrobeats category was reportedly dropped from the 2026 awards. The category was introduced to recognize the growing global influence of African music, and its absence has raised questions about the direction of the VMAs and the place of Afrobeats on the international award stage. For Nigerian and African music fans who have watched Afrobeats go from local sound to global phenomenon, the big question now is whether the category has been permanently discontinued or simply removed for this year. After speaking on Nigerian music drama, Wande Cole has called out Davido over an unreleased verse. The singer questioned Davido's use of a verse that he says belongs to him, suggesting that the song is not David's to claim. The exchange has got fans talking, especially because both artists have strong histories in the Nigerian music industry. Elsewhere, rapper Black Bones has given fans a little more insight into his reported feud with fellow rapper Odumodu Black. According to Black Bones, a woman was at the center of the disagreement between the two artists. He revealed the detail while addressing questions about their relationship, adding another layer to a rivalry that has already generated plenty of online speculations.
I didn't know that she was with Odumodu, right? Do you feel me? Like, because I don't discuss those things.
And in a major international milestone, Angelique Kidjo has made history as the first African artist to receive a star on Hollywood Walk of Fame. The honor recognizes her remarkable career and decades of using African music to connect with global audiences. From her Grammy-winning career to her advocacy and cultural influence, Kidjo's new star is a major moment for African music and representation on the global stage. Meanwhile, Colombian superstar Shakira is giving back to her home country following a devastating earthquake. Shakira has pledged $1.2 million to help rebuild schools affected by the disaster. Through the donation, Shakira is supporting efforts to restore learning environments for children whose communities were impacted. And finally, comedians Eric Andre and Clayton English have settled their lawsuit against a drug search program at Atlanta Airport. The comedians have sued over what they alleged were unlawful searches and profiling during encounters with law enforcement at the airport. The case has now been settled, bringing the legal battle to an end without a trial. That's all on entertainment news.
We hope that you have loved the latest in the world of entertainment that we just brought you. We've kept you up to speed.
I gotta be honest, I particularly shook the shaker and I was thinking, oh my goodness, Angelique Kidjo.
Yes.
That was just remarkable.
Oh my God, the first African artist.
Hey,
That is beautiful.
You got it.
Always
Hey.
is that on stage.
She's so energetic. I'm like, sorry, I can't keep up at my young age.
I cannot keep up. If you take Neil Brown on that one.
Absolutely well deserving. I think, you know what,
Absolutely.
this is a start, so hopefully more African stars have that platform.
Yes.
Who knows, in a few years, maybe Ira, who
Maybe
knows?
Burner.
Maybe Burner.
Congratulations.
Maybe 001. Maybe Wizkid.
Maybe Portable, guys.
Kemini, I don't know about Portable, but
I
you
mean,
know what?
you never know.
Well, just in, the Cape Town Regional Court, I beg your pardon, has postponed judgment in the deportation case of former Miss South Africa contestant Chidimma Adetshina to February 2027. Chidimma had approached the High Court to review Home Affairs' decision to deport her. She has been ordered to remain at the same address in the country and report regularly to an immigration officer pending judgment in her deportation case. We will bring you, of course, more details as we follow this case closely.
Absolutely.
Well, I mean,
See how that pans out.
at least she's in the country, because I don't know, you know, maintaining the same address.
Is she able to move, you know, in and out, you know?
If they say she has to remain at the same address, the thing that concerns me about this deportation case is this is the only home she's ever known. Whether South Africans want to throw a tantrum about it or not, she has naturalized into that country.
Exactly.
That is, like, where do you want to send her to? We get that she has a green passport, but home is not just defined by the document. Where has she spent her entire life? Like, it's like saying you want to declare her homeless simply because of a petty what did she do?
I don't know.
They don't classify it as petty.
It's
but
petty.
Whatever tickles your fancy.
They're taking it seriously. But again, I'm just thinking to myself, why are we pushing this till 2027?
That was the first question I asked.
Are we talking about next year? You mean that
February.
she's going to cross into the new year thinking and not being exactly sure?
Yeah, not
what
being
this is
rested
going to come?
about this. She's going to be anxious. And you know what is so funny? They're trying to point out that Home Affairs didn't follow due process. Is it that hard to find out? Is it that difficult to figure out? Did you people do what you were supposed to do? Did you serve this notice at the right time? But my own insight is that I actually don't think that they did. If not, they will not be fighting the
Like
case.
that.
It's not pure. It's not this
There's still the
straightforward.
angle of the parents as well, you know, the mom and all of that. So again,
We're gonna watch
we'll
it.
follow closely and then we'll see how it goes, whatever comes out of it in coming days. Next year.
Next year.
Next year.
When they say in coming days, we mean
Like
we mean in
next year.
coming months.
Next year.
We'll let you know in a couple of months.
I was going to say Didi might be out by then.
Okay, let's get this party started.
Wahala.
Now, car spotting has gone from simply admiring expensive cars on the streets to becoming a full-blown content niche, with creators like Ola of Lagos building a huge audience around it. Let's watch this.
Oh, Magabo, Convertinho. This is not how to spot cars, guys. There is a narrative going online that you guys are part of the Lekki zombies, begging people for money, attacking people driving luxury cars. This is Lekki car, guys. This is YL in Lagos. This is Olutimi of Lagos. Look very well. These guys are car spotter, not beggars, not zombies, and they are not causing ruckus than expressing their love for cars, just like Ola of Lagos. But one thing, guys, do not ever stand in front of a moving car. Oh, don't do that. Stay one side, observe the car from afar. That is the covered stingray. Covered stingray.
But now, the Lagos State government has raised concerns about the practice, particularly when car spotting on public roads leads to traffic obstruction, crowding, or what it considers an invasion of motorist privacy. Now, the government says car spotting should not be allowed to disrupt the normal use of public roads and has suggested that enthusiasts take the activity to more appropriate locations. So we're asking, is car spotting simply harmless entertainment and a legitimate digital hustle? Or does it become a public nuisance when it spills onto the roads? And of course, this is Tokunbo Wahab's response to that video that we watched that had Ola of Lagos in it and 3 other car spotters. And he says, you can do your car spotting without constituting a nuisance or obstructing the road in any way. You're welcome to visit car lots and engage in your car spotting activities there. However, staying on the road for this purpose will not be allowed in any way. Aside from being a nuisance, it is also a breach of privacy and will not be tolerated by the state government. Thank you for your understanding, TW. So, what do we make of this one now?
Anti-I.
Please go ahead. You have the floor.
I want to say that I kind of get his point, right? In a civilized society, this should, you know, it's a bit of a nuisance, right? But let me say that the Agbero on the road is more a nuisance. Perhaps uncle, the bosses that didn't know where to park. In fact, I want to be honest and say,
we don't have proper bus
within
stops.
VI, what has caused more nuisance and traffic and hold up and distraction on the road is the bad road itself. Have you seen how terrible those ditches are? You're talking about nuisance on road that's not done. Okay.
Wow.
I think you have said it all.
Okay.
Sam, I don't know that we have any more to say on this.
I think you have said
you
it all.
really have.
That's what I think.
Sam
Because
is
I mean,
angered.
even with some of the reactions on social media about this, most of them are talking about these car spotters. They're not necessarily doing anything bad. If we look at it, they only see a Ferrari, a Lamborghini, or whatever it is, and they're screaming like, "Oh, we'll get this carabiner." If they know the person who is riding the car, they're like, "Oh, Victor Osimhen, oh, Davido, this, you know," and they just make fun out of it, make their content. It's a niche for them. For somebody like YK or YL of Lagos, or what's his name?
Right.
It's just like his own style of content creation, right? As opposed to the Agberos, the touts on the road, the louds will behave badly
And they're not
entitled.
They're not adding any direct value
At
to
all.
the
Like
ecosystem.
that,
So
no.
what are you
At
doing
least
about those ones?
The car spotters are entertaining people.
Absolutely.
Right? These other ones are not. But I do get the government's standpoint on how it can constitute nuisance. And if you actually watched Ola of Lagos's video, he was telling them, okay, this is how to do it, this is how not to do it, and all of that. And I like that he's also sensitizing people to say, hey, they're not beggars. They're not zombies on the road.
They're not
This
criminals.
They're not criminals, you know. This is just the work that they do. And also educating them to say, hey, do this in a way that does not invade privacy, right? My personal biggest issue with car spotting is the privacy issue, right? Whenever I see those videos and they're like, this person's car, I'm like, first of all, how do you know? Secondly, are you sure the person wants other people to know? Do you get? So maybe if we take out the privacy infringement part of it, it's actually harmless content creation.
Yeah.
You're not in the way of anybody. They're actually not, I don't see how they will cause traffic. Maybe it's just my own ignorance, but I don't see how they'll cause traffic because if they stand on the sidewalk and a car is driving past and they're just videoing and say, oh my God, look at that car.
Yes.
It's the same thing that the average person would do when they want to video somebody just passing on the road. Do you understand? So,
But there's also the safety concerns that they are raising as well. You
I
know.
mean,
how? What is the safety
Again,
concern?
they're not in front of the car. They're not in front of the car. They're always by the side. They're always, except the person will slow down and then they would now get
Talk to them.
closer. Which again, it's sad, but I don't want to ever then insult. I mean, this happens in any part of the world. Again, like I said. And in my opinion, our concern about this only just makes me feel like, you know what, now poverty they cause them. When I never see the motor before, may innocent person film the motor, may other Nigerians see as a no. But these cars, funny thing, are spotted here in Nigeria. We're thinking within this same
This economy?
This bracket.
Exactly.
What's the minimum wage again? I just need to ask to be sure. You know, so it's crazy. There's a difference between, of course, abuse, insult, where you're stoning the cars, and those we don't support any form of violence.
Absolutely.
You can't go and entitled jump on the motor, no. But God forbid that a man will look at a car and say, "Oh, Lord, Agbaye."
Okay, like look at the video. Look at the video that's playing. This in no way causes traffic. The car is just passing. The young man is by the side. Like, do you
They are
understand?
civilized. More Nigerians in their own minds are watching the video are like, if it's me, I
will jump on top of this motor.
Oh, Yoruba is hard. I would have jumped. Help me, please. So I don't know why it's
And then if you want to go the route of, or maybe them stopping to give them money might cause traffic, guess what?
The police.
The police! Oh, Sam, I was trying to be civilized. No, are you telling me that they are the only people that used to stop somebody on the road?
You people.
Please, y'all stop it. Not just the police, those tax forces that we don't know whether they are forces of good or forces of...
See, let's go a bit. Someone did mention, of course, like the plate numbers. Again, I want to be honest with you. If someone can afford this car, knowing well that you bought this car in a system, in a country like Nigeria, are you joking? Where are you going to go?
That will not see.
Even me, I will look at your car.
And you know, as
you will spot the motor.
Just like I said the last time as well, some of these people, when they spot them in these cars, right? When you see them the next time, this is not the car they are bringing out.
Oh, Remy, they have many.
It's not the one they are bringing out.
Well, let's take reactions. Let's hear from Nigerians.
Police, 24 hours to respond.
Okay, JJ_Bola5 says, for their safety and reputation, it is better they heed to this advice. Obviously, they are not the claimed zombies, but they are enablers of these people. It is better we get rid of the problem to the roots. Okay. Boli says, Honorable Commissioner, sir, it may seem as though legal officers at the ministry would be handy. Privacy in a public and shared space collectively belonging to all, I would beg to differ. On what basis would they be arrested? I would want to see where this road leads. Okay, Chidimma Adetshina here says, this is exactly how they breed nuisance, because anything that makes you rich, somebody somewhere is willing to learn and probably take it to the next level. Is it a legit also? Okay, Freeman here says, people do car sporting everywhere, just regulate them and keep it moving. Okay, I hope they're listening to you. Motosho Adewale here says, them agberos and thugs should be your concern, not those car spotters. Anyone that don't want to be spot in his or a car will definitely want to wind down. Okay. I mean, that's another way to look at it. ODB_Ray here says, thank you very much. This craze of car spotting and the musical heavyweights throwing money on the road for street urchins has really brought the worst characters to our roads and must be discouraged. The Lekki corridor is being defaced with street begging and harassments. Forex_Thog says, excuse me, sir, under which section of the law, even in a well and more developed and civilized country than Nigeria, there are car spotters running around screaming after cars that wow them? Well,
it is well. That person that say street urchins took me out.
I'm waiting to see what the enforcement looks like. We've seen a lot of scenarios where a government official comes out and says, we're not going to take this, we're not going to tolerate this, and then that's it. It's dead on arrival, right? So I want to see how, one, what is the law that's being put in place? We need to know what exactly they are breaking. And two, what are the consequences? How is it going to be enforced? Because unfortunately, we live in such a broken system that this thing will now be an avenue for them to bully these people. It will become an avenue for somebody's going to ride on this, right?
I guess that's why that person also asked that. Which section of the law are you talking about?
Like you need to come and be very clear. You understand? Yes, there are parts of it that are uncomfortable, that there are excesses that need to be trimmed off.
Exactly.
But explain to us how, what law they're breaking and what the consequences are.
My dear, maybe focus on the real work with the...
Exactly.
The real work.
We'll talk about with our matter anyways. Moving on over the seas. It is one of the biggest mysteries in music history. Who really killed Tupac Shakur? Almost 30 years after the rap icon was shot and killed in Las Vegas, the man accused of orchestrating the murder is finally standing trial. Prosecutors say Dwayne Keith Davis was motivated by revenge after a fight broke out at the MGM Grand involving Tupac and members of his entourage and Davis's nephew, Orlando "Baby Lane" Anderson. According to the prosecution, what happened that night was not random. Davis has pleaded not guilty and has maintained that the prosecution's account is not the truth. But now, decades of interviews, statements, and evidence are being examined in court, including Davis's own previous comments about what happened that night. Now, nearly 3 decades later, a jury has to separate fact from decades of speculation. Was Tupac's murder really an act of revenge? And could this trial finally give the world an answer?
So basically, the prosecution is trying to turn these 3 decades-long drama into retaliation.
Yeah.
Right? Like, that's the narrative, right?
That is the narrative.
One thing that really struck me was, I was going to talk about him, the defense lawyer, who said that his client was lying.
Yes.
Well, let's
hear him.
Telling the jury that your client is a liar.
Yep, I am. Yes, that's true.
Cool. That's the question. How do you think it's going to go down?
I hope it goes down well. But at the end of the day, we'll see what the jury says. This is the first day of trial, so we don't have all the information yet. But I think once we develop all the information, we'll see what kind of case this state really has.
Just one follow-up question about the believability of Keith. He said that he was in that car, that he provided the gun, that he placed himself in that white Cadillac, and now he says that he wasn't. If you want the jury to believe your client, and yet you're saying that he's a liar, why should they believe him this time around?
Isn't that the conundrum, though? Is that what version of events are you going to choose? That's the problem with the case. There's no clear answer to the question.
So
what do you think of what his lawyer said?
As I was saying, Baba said his client was lying in the memoir,
In
the
the
statements, the phone calls. Could it really be a lie? And then
Such a sustained lie?
They're also talking about, it's been 30 years and must have forgotten a whole lot of stuff and all of that. Yes, time might have passed, but that does not remove the burden of proof.
What I want to say is there are certain things that no matter how much time passes, they will not leave your head. Tupac's death it has become a monumental thing. It is a hallmark event. It is not possible that if somebody had a hand to play in his death, they suddenly forgot. Were we born yesterday?
Was it Tupac that was whispering to him that you better say it?
You know what's
Maybe the spirits, they haunt out. You got they vomit.
I feel like we're in a society where anything to blow, anything to trend, anything to monetize, make money. And that could be one of the reasons why Kevin would have said this. Now, do we know if it's true or not? We don't know. But the truth is there are people out there that can learn from this matter. What I mean is sometimes because you want to claim to be there or have information, that you now go and say, you did something you didn't do. Remember that once you have said it is recorded, it is out there.
It's
it can
permanent.
be used at any point in time. But now we're hoping to see what really happens.
And
If they arrest him first, will we feel like, okay, justice has been served now?
But it's quite crazy.
And he's guilty, but what do we?
It's quite crazy because if you're talking about retaliation, because they beat up your baby brother or baby cousin or nephew.
Uncle of the Year.
Killing somebody is the response to that?
I say Uncle of the Year, Kate. You don't understand.
I don't want to be a part of West Side or East Side.
You know Uncle of the Year, Richard. You try person nephew. This is my issue.
Wow.
If Kefidi's lawyer wants to claim that this was just clickbait, because that's what he's saying that it is, that's a lie. You don't really mean
like that one.
One that has been sustained, a lie over an ongoing murder case.
Yes.
You fear of God, not day your mind. Say, even if I did lie, must swallow the lie. You say it the first time. You say it in memoirs. You say it in publications. I'm sure when he was even doing publicity for the memoir self.
You have said it.
He probably has said it. Because Tupac he kept on coming up.
The reason, sorry, Sam.
Okay.
The reason the police actually went after him was actually because of him.
It was because
of the evidence.
Now. But wait, you said something, and I want to point out that you talked about the East Coast and West Coast. And I thought to myself that hip hop used to be attributed to like a lot of these. I don't want to say gangs, but these rivalries.
Well,
Violence.
gang affiliations.
And again, thank God that we have not gotten there. We will never get there with FC and 001. These rivalries, honestly, sometimes do they benefit the artist, the fan base, or do they really get toxic?
They benefit the artist.
Even online, we see the.
Oh, was it talking about it like, oh, he has power, you know?
Yeah, like they go fear him. Anywho, guys.
Oh, wow.
Guys, let's take reactions. And I need to also mention that everybody that was in that Cadillac that night, they are all dead. Meaning whether he did it or not, he's the scapegoat. From Chewy9991, he says, will prosecutors actually have any evidence linking him to that night directly outside of his own words? No recovered gun, never found the car.
Wow.
30 years on witness recollections won't even be as reliable, etc. Spare_AT says, the major hindrance to this case is the corrupt officers involved in the investigation. Also, can they prove that Keffi D was in Las Vegas the day Tupac was shot, apart from his own words? So it's actually his words against the law.
Yeah.
My God.
On evidence.
Becca Taylor says, how did it take 30 years to take this to trial?
That's the Hollywood part of it.
It reached to laugh. It did like film. Jeff Colley says, street code held strong to the end. Tupac told the cop in the ambulance he'd take care of it with his crew instead of naming the shooter. 30 years later, that same silence is still the biggest reason this case dragged on forever. Wild testimony on day one of the Keffi D trial.
Wow, that hit me.
At Living Sacrifice, 30 years later, and the case is finally going to court. Tupac's murder has remained one of hip-hop's biggest mysteries, and now the world may finally hear the evidence behind it. I want to see what the prosecution has found outside of his words, honestly.
Actually.
ST says, where was he before the trial? And if he's proven innocent, would they be reparations for the time they wasted?
But you know, I also think that Suge Knight's presence also matters a lot, because according to reports, he was in the car with Tupac, and he also got injured himself, right? So maybe it's testimony.
I think Suge has, if I remember correctly, Suge is refusing to take the stand.
I mean, we're hoping that maybe it does.
All I'm hearing is all this code. Those are like when you say,
exactly.
Bro,
this code is tight, because if Suge was there, Suge would not see one or two.
Yeah.
See no one so.
That's what I'm saying, that his presence matters.
Anywho, people. We hung out with 001 yesterday. We're going to go on a quick break. When we come back, you're going to find out more about that. This is still Take 3. Welcome back. You're still watching Take 3. Now, before we went on the break, we were giving you our own gist about what was happening with the Tupac murder trial. And before that, we were telling you about what Lagos State government has said about car spotters like Ola of Lagos and the rest of them. Sam,
I'm excited.
do we have messages and comments?
I guess everyone just wants to see the Davido interview.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
You know, we saw a lot of the comments. Shout out to everyone, of course, who was a part of that and sent those messages. But yes, we're still going to shine our teeth because we're still as excited about it. But Davido had a lot to talk about, and you're going to catch all that in that interview. I mean, I remember he talked about AI as well. He's not a supporter.
I loved that. When he said that, honestly,
Yeah.
I was trying to be composed. I wanted to just clap.
You wanted to clap? Okay, fine.
And to all the draggers as well. Yeah.
Let the FCs rest. We're going to get out the studio and let you, of course, enjoy that interview. So should I sound like a Kimini and say on behalf of the entire
Yes, on behalf of the entire squad. Bye-bye, guys.
tomorrow.
Enjoy the exclusive with Davido.
Leave your comments, too.
Yes, we're watching.
We got questions for him. I mean, huge fan of the
I feel like
Oriade
Sam
project.
alone.
See, to be honest, I mean, look at the stars of the project. We're tapping from South African stars. We got Black Sheriff on it, Leon Thomas on it. Come on, number 11.
Yes.
And again, I know people are going to start to compare and say, oh, can you compare it to Five, to Timeless? Stop it. Music is timeless.
Absolutely.
And that's all that matters.
We don't even want to compare at all. And don't get me started on our Nigerian stars as well. Before, you know, Mayor Kunfola and all of them.
We did a challenge. We did a challenge, right?
And the Take 3 gang was reposted.
But I hope that David can hear us now. Hi, Davido. How you feeling?
Hey, what's up? I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yes,
Absolutely.
we can hear you.
Perfect.
Let's start by saying we're super excited. Of course, we're live in our studio in Lagos. And we've got a few questions. First of all, congratulations to you, your family, of course, on that win.
Yes.
Let's talk about the music, because we are big fans of it. I mean, Oriade, hit title, hit project. We don't want to compare, but what does this one mean to you compared to other projects that you've put out and over the many years you've done this?
To be honest, because of the originality, I wasn't like really chasing numbers or wanted to, you know, or Western validation. I just wanted to enter the studio and make the new music I know how to make and then just drop it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So that was really the vibe with Oriade. Now, with the whole title and the whole the theme of the whole project, you know, me coming back, because I did my African tour last year.
Right.
And I hadn't toured Nigeria and Africa in about 8 years. So me just coming back just gave me that feeling that, you know, I think this next project, I want it to be a home-based, you know, from the music to the title. You know, the title is Yoruba, which is my tribe.
Right.
You know, and if you listen to the music too, it's really, really, really Davido original African Afrobeats.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, and I'm just really happy that people really enjoyed the album, you know what I'm saying? And it did its cause.
Absolutely did its cause, and we're still enjoying it, by the way. We're going to ask you if you've definitely seen our challenge, you know, with regards to the song before, because you reposted it, but we're going to play it again for you, not now, so that you tell us if we did justice to the vibe, right? But you chose to make Oriade, the album, a very shorter track compared to your other albums, 5, Timeless, you know, and all of that. Was that a creative decision because you feel audiences want maybe less music than impact?
I think yes, because we're in a time where, bro, like, if you drop song now in 2 months, in 2 months, they want to hear a new one. You know what I'm saying? We're in times where, you know, attention span is shorter. You know what I'm saying? There's 10, 20, 50 songs being dropped every day. You know what I'm saying? So, like already my fans are already asking me, when is the next project? You know what I'm saying? So, and I wanted to keep this short and sweet. You know, short and sweet.
I want to ask this, and I know maybe I might be jumping the gun, but talking about a tour, I mean, the touring culture in Nigeria itself, it's almost nothing anymore, you know? We want to see people go from, big stars like yourself, go from Osun State to Kaduna, you know, all around. What would it be to make that possible, you know? Not just in Lagos in December. Any plans, if you got any, let us know.
Just did it. I did it. I did last year. Last year, I did Akwa Ibom, I did Adamawa, I did Enugu, I did Ibadan. So I did Davido shows last year in Nigeria. I'm about to do Osun, you know. So, like I said, it all takes planning. Before I did those shows, I was worried about 3 things: the production, the security, and funding. You know what I'm saying? And we were able to cross all 3, you know, targets last year. So it's very possible if you put your mind to it. I have a good production team. Even if it's to fly in equipment, you know, it's possible because Nigeria was still growing, you know. But I hear, you know, there's an arena coming soon, Lagos Arena. So, you know, things are going to change a bit. But I feel like, yes, it's very, very possible to do shows around Nigeria. Once you plan ahead and, you know, you have the budget for everything, definitely, it's definitely possible.
Funding is definitely important, just like you said, Davido. But let's talk about Afrobeats in general. So you mentioned during a recent podcast, right, the Uncut podcast, where you spoke about Afrobeats, you know, the game is lucrative. We're getting bigger. We're going on international tours. We're going global. You know, the streaming numbers are off the roof, topping charts here and there. But that the friendship in the industry is deteriorating. Why did you, you know, say that? What made you draw that conclusion?
The money is good now, you know what I'm saying? But, man, I can't lie. 2012 to 2012, 2013, the industry was like kind of together. Like we all go out, we see ourselves.
Yeah.
We all used to hang out.
Yeah.
And then niggas just got too big. But that time I remember, like, I don't want to say names, but we all used to hang out. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
We used to like do fun shit.
Yeah. It's never too late.
Everybody know, Joe.
No. we love our Nigerian artists.
That was a good time in like Afrobeats.
Yeah.
And then like now
I feel like 10 years ago, you know what I'm saying, we were kind of more unified, you know what I'm saying? Like, we all used to hang out together, you know what I'm saying, do things together, be in the studio together. But I feel like, you know what I'm saying, things like Stanship has kind of made us, like, everybody just be on their own, day on their, you know, these fans can really, like, put things in your head that is not there. Do you understand? Like they can even put in things like, you can have a friend, these fans will put something in your head to make you feel like that your friend is fighting. And that your friend is not doing anything, but like, yeah, especially with social media, it's just crazy. But I hope that maybe one day we can all be able to be friends again. But right now, everybody is doing their own thing, you know, so you can't hate on that.
I would like to ask you this with regards to, earlier today. Would you like to clarify your friendship with somebody like Wande Cole right now, or maybe Wizkid?
With Wande, if you even watch the interview, I didn't even say anything bad. I just said we recorded a song as an original song. First of all, Wande has been looking for my attention for the past year, just doing like whatever. He's been looking for my attention for some reason. I don't know. He even asked for my number 2 weeks ago, and I told him not to give him. So he's just acting like a baby. He'll be fine. He has somebody to take care of him. Anyway, I didn't even say nothing bad. I just said, that I didn't record the song as a remix, and you wanted to drop it as a remix, so I was like, no, I don't want us to do that. But if you listen to the interview, I was even like, but it would have been nice. That's how I ended it. He gave me at the time, like, to do the song.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So he brought it to me.
Yeah. Okay.
But he hadn't released it.
Yeah.
So I recorded that verse, and that verse is stupid hard.
It's so sick. So good.
Yeah. So I recorded it, and then obviously you see there's a video like all of us dancing, and then
back in the day.
I don't know what was it that he wanted to drop the song first. Then I used my own for remix, or I can't remember. So I think I was like, oh no, Zio. Bro, I didn't record it as a remix now.
Yeah.
But the whole industry, they always rush to get to David. You know what I'm saying? They always, now David, they peppery them. You know what I'm saying? I've known one day was one of the artists I was, growing up, looked up to. You know what I'm saying? I know it's painful to see somebody come from back. So he's not himself in the head, but he'll be fine. One day he'll be fine.
Okay.
What about Wizkid? What about Wizkid?
Okay.
I don't want to answer that question.
Oh my goodness.
My curiosity, when you spoke earlier, you talked about how fans can put certain narratives in your head. I want to know, like, in the time that you've been in the industry, how would you qualify the fan or audience influence on your craft, on your presentation? Just how have the fans affected you so far?
Man, my fans, I have crazy fans, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? Fans that, but they motivate me. I would like to, apart from all the Stanship fights, they put me on check. Like, whenever they feel like I'm not on my A game, you know what I'm saying? I get DMs from my fans, like, oh, but, you know what I'm saying? Like when I was on tour, I think at when it was like getting to the end, I had like fans writing me, oh boss, you need to rest, please, after tour, make sure you get some rest. So, you know what I'm saying, these are people that always support me, always there for me, you know what I'm saying, negative or positive, you know what I'm saying. But there's also that side of Stanship where it's like, do they do too much sometimes? Maybe yes, you know what I'm saying. but I guess it's just part of the game. Like, there are some people that, just because they are fans of other people, they wanted APC to win. I was like, why? How you're suffering, but you want APC to win because you don't like Davido? That's crazy. That's crazy. Davido that is comfortable. You never see anything. But that just shows you how deep this whole stanship stuff is. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
David, I want to go back. I want to go back to talking about, you, the work you do, but of course your record label, because I mean, it's a great time for Afrobeats, great time for young stars, and a lot of them on your project too. What is it like truly, like signing and making a superstar? How easy is it for a DFW to, make a global star? Any some of the challenges that you might have experienced trying to, of course, raise the next generation of Afrobeat stars yourself?
First of all, the artist has to be ready to work, be hardworking. Shout out to like my earlier days in DMW when I had Mayor Kun, Peruzzi, Dremo signed to me. Like, man, we used to wake up and sleep, eat, bath in the studio. Like, us living together and the synergy was just magical. You know what I'm saying? I don't think I have the power, and I give verses out all the time, collaborations, but like with me signing, I think I'm like done with signing for now,
These days, we have AI musicians, AI songs topping, and people have different opinions, of course, about their thoughts of AI taking over music. Would that be an option for you?
Oh, I would never use AI. I do not even like it at all. Like, it takes away the fun of everything. Like, nah. Like, even sometimes when I hear some AI songs, I'm like, how did the computer even, like, people are about to start losing their jobs. Like, nah. Art should not be touched with or tampered with. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not really a fan of AI in the music kind of world, but I do use ChatGPT though.
Yeah, we all guilty.
We all do. I think we all do.
I want to ask, you when you were talking about One Day Call, you talked about, being a younger artist that kind of zoomed past him. How do you feel about the new dogs, the new acts that are coming up in the Afrobeat space? How do you think they're doing compared to like your generation?
Is it easier? Would you say it's easier or much harder now?
You can't be on top forever now. It's impossible. But, man, I won't lie. My generation, we worked our butt off. Like, it's crazy. The new generation are doing their thing crazy, of course. You know what I'm saying? But I just know how much harder it was, you know what I'm saying, back in the day. Like, we didn't have no Spotify. We didn't have no Apple Music then. Like, we used to actually go to Alaba, print our CDs, hold every CD, write every note to each DJ, each OAP, go to the clubs, buy drinks, sit there. You still do radio tour, you still do campus tour, activations. It was a lot. Now you can just upload one song on TikTok and it's gone everywhere, blown, #1. You know what I'm saying? So it's definitely a different time now. You know what I'm saying? I definitely say it was much harder back then, for sure.
All right, David, I would like to ask you this maybe final question, right? When the crown, the Ade itself, eventually gets passed on to the next generation, what do you hope that they say Davido did for them?
Apart from, being remembered for good music, doing legendary stuff, just to be remembered that I used my own grace, as a helping hand to other people, the people that I work with, my producers, my artists, my songwriters, my engineers, knowing that these people were able to make a whole life, change their generation with being associated with me, you know what I'm saying? That's all I live for, you know what I'm saying? Helping people, you know what I'm saying? That's really what I would want to be remembered for.
I got to be honest, multiple projects, and you're, 33? It's as a fan, it's a sad question to ask, but do you ever think you're going to retire, or are you going to do this forever? Any fears about when would I stop? Ever thoughts about it ever crossed your mind? Be honest, Davido.
Of course, it crosses my mind all the time, because I'm like, I'm at the top of my game right now. Like, I feel like for the past 4 years, I've been really on top of my game, like with music, like hits back to back, shows everywhere, history, you know what I'm saying? 5 Grammy nominations. So it's like, yeah, sometimes I do think like, man, do I want to really like retire when it's like things are not like, you know what I'm saying? Or do I want to just be at the top and be like, you know what, I'm done. So I don't know. I always love music, man, to be honest. Music is in my blood, you know what I'm saying? I'll always love it. Yes, if you ask me, do I want to venture into other things in the near future? Look, let me not say near future, in the future, yes. You know what I'm saying? I don't see myself doing music, you know, at 58, 45 years.
Wow.
But I believe, like, I dropped my first song blew up when I was 17.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So,
it's a long
17, I'm 33. How many years is that? It's been a long
15 years.
16 years road. You know what I'm saying? Maybe I feel wrap them up at 20, 21, you know?
Okay.
We'll see.
Well, thank you so much, Davido, for joining us today on Take 3. This was really amazing. And of course, congratulations to your uncle and the family at large, you know, on winning the Osun State gubernatorial elections. Thank you so much once again for joining us. Superstar Oreade 01.
01.
30BG, DMW to the world.
You know, we hope that when you're back in Lagos, you come and hang out here in the studio with us.
I'll come for sure.
Okay, we're locking that.
We're locking that in. Locking it in. All right.